What's going on, guys? I think it is a really cool, important time because the whole last month I didn't even know what to do. The news hit everyone so crazy. Now they're actually coming out with a video dropped about an hour ago about the state of the game 2024. It's about 7 minutes long. I just want to say first off that what I'm hoping for them to discuss and talk about is going to be what exactly are they going to be doing with POC, and obviously what are they doing with the actual like PvP aspect. What are they going to be doing with it? Now, like I've said before, I don't mind them switching over to POC. I just want them to revamp the hell out of it. If they're saying that they're going with this angle, I don't want them to just, because POC, like even if I were to just show you guys for like 2 seconds before we get into the video, I'm doing this, right? I'll back out of this. My progress will be saved. It's fine. So one of the things that specifically bothers me about playing this, right? So I was trying to do the monthly challenge, and it still seems to be the same thing. I don't know if this is going to be like for the rest of the year, or I think it started even last year. And obviously I didn't finish it, and I'm still like, oh crap, I'm going to keep missing these Aurelian Soul Fragments. But they're still here. So it allows people to, if you don't have it, I guess it does allow people to catch up, and you can get the character. You'll have this one really busted unit. But it's also pretty boring, I feel like, for anyone else that just doesn't want to do that. I thought maybe they would switch this from Aurelian Soul to potentially another character, or just blank shards like wild fragments, or maybe they change the wild fragments when you're done. I'm actually not exactly sure. But I also think that the weekly challenges are cool. That's what I'm doing right now. Those are cool, but could be different. And I do think that they need to flesh out the little special change ones. There is supposed to be like 3 chapters for each person that dives into that, and then you still have a lot of this old stuff. A lot of it's just sitting here, and I kudos to the people that still play it on a regular basis. I like to play it sometimes, but then it's like I feel like I'm just farming at a point. So I hope that they change that or address that somewhat in this video. If they don't, then hey, it is what it is. But I'm curious to what they are seeing here. I'm gonna biggie size it and go into it. Like, comment, subscribe. My videos have been going into the depths, but it's mostly my fault. It's because of my lack of consistency and not uploading PvP videos. They do the best on this channel, and nothing else really does. So hopefully this will give us some insight. Legends of Runeterra.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dave Guskin, executive producer of Legends of Runeterra, and we're here today to talk a bit about Legends of Runeterra's future and the impact of the recent changes at Riot. With me here today, I have a few familiar faces. There's Andre Van Roon, the head of League Studios.
Hey, folks.
Mark Merrill, our chief product officer and co-founder of Riot. And then Eric Shen, who's our current product lead and will soon be our new executive producer of Legends of Runeterra.
This is and I'm not gonna pause it much, but I did wanted to say that I did feel like some of the positions, how he just said that, I do feel like within them losing positions, quote unquote, I also thought that there would be promotions, and then there would be changing of titles for some people too. So I do think that there is some good. There's mostly bad of what they said, like all the people leaving or whatever, or getting laid off. But there should be some good in there with people getting promoted into other roles. I would be concerned for their mental health though, because they might be asked to do 2 to 3 jobs when they were only doing 1.
I don't have my baton on me, unfortunately. I can't hand it off.
We'll get it later.
Yeah, we'll get it later.
I got votes.
Let's start with how we got here. Mark, if you want to talk a little bit about kind of the history of lore.
Sure.
Here we go.
So, we first started working on what ultimately became Legends of Runeterra back in 2011. A lot of us
13
were
years.
huge fans of, CCGs. Part of the sort of the thesis and opportunity that really excited us as players was the fact that, in a lot of CCGs, one of the things we all loved to do was build decks. And so we wanted to have a business model that was incredibly generous to players, that enabled people to have a lot of cards to then get into that fun experimentation and not feel like I've got to go spend hundreds of dollars in order to go get the cards, even build the decks and figure out,
let people try it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Shadow Isles deck should feel very different than Demacia and all of the combinations that we thought were really fun. And
True.
What's great is we delivered that, but we sort of never really get the formula right. We were always spending a lot more money investing in the game and supporting the community than the game was bringing in, and so essentially being subsidized by our other products. So we tried a lot of things over the last couple of years to figure out how to grow the audience and what would resonate with players. And so we sort of reached a point where we had to make some changes to try to get to a place of sustainability. Because
I still have so much curiosity of this. I really want to know like, and I've said this before, is that I really feel like they were really trying to keep, because Riot as a whole, all their games are free to play, right? So all their games are free to play, and I really feel like what they were doing is trying to stay to that and not go through the obvious. I wouldn't say it's scummy, but the obvious business models that are effective and working already, which are in other CCGs. I feel like they didn't want to break that. And it's like I feel like you should commend them on that as well. At the same time, they technically ran the business on the ground on their own principles, but it's just damn.
Because players have been so committed to this game, and we know so many people love the game, that we want to keep finding a way to deliver this awesome game that people love.
Yeah, I think the commitment and the love from the player base is one of the reasons we've got a lot of faith in the future of the game and a lot of that desire to keep improving and innovating on it.
Yeah, you know, we've had players come along for the journey with us a lot here. We've done a lot of changes with PvP. We've tried doing Lab of Legends, which then became the Path of Champions. And what we've seen is that we've spent a lot of time on making the PvP side of the game, you know, much better. And players are actually spending a lot of their time in PvE. So it's kind of like, hey, it's probably appropriate for us to shift the focus a little bit, maybe line it up a little bit better, where we're spending more of our time on PvE because that's where the players are.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, Lab of Legends, when that mode first came out, it shot up in popularity. It like spiked over even like standard ranked at that time. And that's why we've been building on that mode for so long, developing ultimately into the Path of Champions. Right. And it continues to be our most popular mode.
And I feel like that's because roguelike is just really big. And I feel like the same people that are playing the Path of Champions or any of those other modes are the same people that are playing ranked. So it's like they're playing, once they're done ranking, or if they've been into a bad matchup or something like that, they're going to go into a PvE kind of thing. They don't want to stop playing the game for the couple hours that they can play, but they don't feel like going on rank. So I do feel like that. I always thought that was a false statement. I still kind of do, but maybe that's why it is true.
Where both the actives and the hours, really, players are playing more games in that mode than even in standard ranked.
So like our big content and systems focus is going to be on Path of Champions, correct?
Right, yeah. We know we have an excellent card game, and we don't want to lose that. But we're going to be shifting more of our attention, more of our time toward improving the Path of Champions mode.
And ultimately, what we're doing is we're taking the resources we have and we're applying them to where the players really are.
This upcoming set that's releasing soon is going to be our last set as players currently know them. That doesn't mean we're not going to be releasing more champions,
exactly.
But it does mean that we're going to be changing the focus to be more on those champions in the Path of Champions.
Ha! I said that. I definitely said that they were going to do that. They were going to release champions, and it's going to be focused on... I said that in my last video when I addressed this. So they were going to be dropping stuff, but it's going to be... Like, they've been slowly doing this. And this is... I know that they're making it seem as though that they made this decision recently, but it's not. They've been slowly doing it by adding in the POC stuff into the champion reveals. And it was confusing people at one point where you would see a character do something, but it's like, oh, that's their actual relics or their star powers, and people were getting confused, and they kind of drew it back. Now, I think when the champion gets revealed, it's all the way at the end of the reveal what that character does. Now, what's going to happen is that they're going to release the character, and it's going to be showing what they do in POC purely. That is going to be the main focus entirely now.
You two have given lore a ton of support over the years, and I really
I said I wasn't going to keep poisoning it, but I don't want to talk over them either.
Today, and we'll continue in the future.
Very much so. I mean, I think we're doing this across Riot as a whole in terms of how we try and pull like our world building, our storytelling together, and looking for opportunities for the different games to support each other more. We want to get a lot more connection between lore and League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift. Get some of that sharing of ideas.
Wild Rift, I
back
think, is
and
doing
forth.
good too, right?
Lore
But
obviously
it's
has the strength of the PvE section, but then of course TFT has the strategy stuff, and League of Legends has like the champions. Yeah, so that takes us to what I think is an exciting new future for lore. Eric, you want to kind of talk us through what's happening with this new focus on the Path of Champions?
That's them adding the music, not me.
We've actually been working on stuff for a while. So one of the big things that are coming out really soon is our big expansion to the map of Runeterra with the Failure section.
Yeah, I noticed that a while. I was like, I think I said it in a recent video. What the hell is this upper left thing?
So right now, players have been beating up on Acehole for a while. They've been looking for something new.
Yes.
And Lissandra is going to be our new big bad. Not Tryndamere, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Get her.
Great. Yeah, get her out of here. Players are going to try their best, but we're really excited to see what they think of it. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, and that's intentionally so.
And how OP can I be?
You
said
can
5-star.
be OP, because along with Failure, soon after that, we're going to do what we think is the full expansion to the mode itself. So we call it Constellations. It's a feature in which we take the star powers that players have now with up to 3 power, and it's going to go to 6.
Dang. 6-star Misfortune. I think I just seen Spicy Toast's boner. I mentioned him a lot because he's the only guy I watch for Runeterra, Path of Champion stuff. 6. And you can see 50 shards. And what are the blues? The blues... The Wild Rift is... Oh, yeah, that is. That's for that character in general. So, damn, there's going to be a lot of farming.
So we're going to have 20 champs coming out. 6 stars. Yes, get excited. Just a full step function level increase in power
so Garen,
to match the difficult that they've put out there in the Frailer Adventure.
Awesome. We're not just doing 6-star existing champions, though, here, are we?
There will be brand new champs as well. So the ones that you take from 0 star all the way up to 6 star. So for those who love the grind, that's there for them too. Both some lore originals, some champs that exist now. So the whole gamet's going to be represented. Every region's got a champ.
Want to share a few of the champions we're going to be adding?
Aatrox has been playing really well.
I love Aatrox.
That's been one that people have been really liking during the playtest sessions. There's a lore original that we're testing out with Nora. So we think she's going to come to the Path of Champions and just delight players with what we have in store there. So some portal action.
Yeah, love me some portals. Let's go.
How would they do that? Like, they're going to have to make it that, like, either... Because the portals, after a while... And I'm sorry, I'm just spitballing, but the portals after a while get annoying. Like you can't, you're just replacing units with better units. They'll have to make it that the created units do something really cool.
The 3 star, 6 star, just all of a sudden your board is filled.
Exactly.
It's a lot of fun.
The true Nora experience.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And when Arcane comes out later this year, anything we're thinking there?
I mean, never say never, but definitely Lissandra might be quaking in her boots of what we have coming after that.
Well, and I think a lot of this exciting stuff that's still coming, demonstrates also that, we're, of course, still committed to Legends of Runeterra. So just wanted to take a moment to, again, say thank you to everybody that's been with us on this journey for Legends of Runeterra. Also, again, just want to say thank you, Dave, for all the hard work and effort over the many years. And, and also, you're not totally going away.
That's true. Yeah, I'll still be around.
Yeah, Dave's going to go work a little bit in R&D on some other cool stuff we have in the pipe.
Yeah, and I also want to really say thank you to all of our players.
Research and development, if you don't know what R&D stands
experience
for.
being on lore. It's been an amazing team. I have a lot of faith in Eric and him being able to kind of take it to the future. And, I think that we have a lot of support.
Absolutely. And there'll be a lot going on throughout the year. We're going to make sure we keep talking regularly with you folks, sometimes formal like this, sometimes more informal. If you want a few more details, we've also got an FAQ going out at the same time as this video that'll cover some more stuff.
Yep,
We're really excited to see what Eric and the
there.
team cook up this year.
Yeah, no pressure.
How you feeling, Eric?
I'm excited, dude. We got a lot for players. We got a great roadmap, so I'm ready to hit the ground running, get to work.
Well, on that note, thank you all for being here with us. Got a lot of exciting stuff in the future, and we're going to go get to it. So thank you all. See you in game.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
All right. Now, I'm going to say this, and I promise I'm not being pessimistic. What they just discussed does not fix the issue of what they said in the beginning of the video. I just want to throw that out there, because you do have to pay attention to that, right? So what they said is that they were having an issue monetizing the game. Then they went through a thing saying they're still dropping champions, we're reverping the thing. But they haven't said, like, how they're going to make the game financially better, right? So the thing that they did with ASOL, we can even go into the thing, right? ASOL was like a pack. And then now I see, like, you probably didn't even need to buy the pack, because if you would just do the monthly challenges, you would have been fine. We go right back to this, right? So you have to keep doing the monthly, and then you get the ASOL. So if that was a pay to go into, I actually think that it might be into the point, it might be in the, and this is what they were talking about. So it's going to be 5-star. Aurelion Sol, I think, is 4.5. No, Aurelion Sol is a 4-star challenge. He's a 4-star challenge. So they said that this is going to be a 5-star challenge, and you're probably going to need to level up your characters and maybe get them into the 6-star. So even ASOL, as busted as he is, might have some issues going into that. But I don't see how they're going to monetize it. How do they monetize POC when POC is this grinding? You could make the grinding quicker. I think even if I go to the shop, I promise I don't want to make this a long video because I don't have time to edit it and I kind of want to get it out. But actually, it's 1:40 and I have to go to. Dude, it's so annoying. This video won't be coming out. So this is just the shop. Card back. This is a relic, right? I cost one less than a thing. This is a good relic, and that costs money. I could spend it, or I could just have it in general, right? Because I grind the game. Skin. Fragments. I think that this would be decent, but again, it's, hey, you can just grind to get that, which I feel is most of the case. This is what is it? Gold. This is a relic too, right? Someone grant me 1 for every relic. Same thing. It's another relic. I already purchased that for the month. and the Spirit Forge, which allows you to turn your blue slot to a purple slot. So right now, there's not much to do unless they revamp the shop and make it that you can just straight out purchase the stuff for POC. Like just, oh, I just want to max out my characters. I feel like that's the only thing. That's the only thing I have to critique them on that video, is that I feel like they didn't address how they were going to make money. Like, for example, like, can I just buy... Like, I saw Spicy Toast Gaming do a video on Evelyn, and I can't even see what these characters do, right? Like, I star power, I could star it up, I could see the first thing, right? When a character levels, everyone gets +1/+1, but Evelyn does some crazy stuff, but I don't have her. So, like, it would be cool to, one, see the whole star power line, which that's what it looks like it's showing. And then if I wanted to buy that straight outright, maybe they'll do that. Like, it's like, oh, I can just buy Evelyn, the Evelyn package. I wouldn't mind if they did that for each character. You can just buy the packages outright. Not saying that I'll do it, but I think that would be a decent option. The option should be there. Just to straight out buy any excess, like this one has 20 out of 30. Anything that's there gets turned into wild fragments. I get 20 wild fragments or something like that. Like, let's say I wanted to play Vi, I have nothing. Well, no, she has something. Master Yi, boom. I haven't unlocked him. I have no shards. I want to get him maxed out. There should be something for that. We'll see how they do the grind and how they do everything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, my breakdown, my reaction to their video. And as they said, and it was really annoying for all the doomsayers that were out there. I don't feel like I was specifically a doomsayer. I think I gave suggestions on what I think that they could have done better. And I still think that they should be doing better. I think that they should be doing more events, more passes. I think that would have been a good way to monetize the game, because events and passes, but they don't do the events and the passes the same way they do the other games like TFT and stuff like that. They make it an event, a spectacle. They should do it here. And now with Path of Champions, they don't have to worry about balance as much. That's the leeway that they don't have to do, because they were focusing so much on balancing the cards. They don't have to do that anymore. They can literally just make a card or make a unit. Let's say that, like, they're gonna put Nora in here and make a Nora-based POC run. They're just making a run. They're making a character as if you're playing Slay the Spire. So it's just like, now they don't really have to worry about it too much. And if you can make a deck with it, oh, that's great. You go make a deck with that character. That's why they're taking away from all the rank stuff and all the competitive stuff, because not every game needs a fucking competitive scene. But I digress. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little breakdown, and let me know in the comment section how you guys are feeling. I really appreciate that. Plus, it would help me get back into the algorithm. But yeah, I got some stuff for you guys coming, I promise. Anywho, that's going to be it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.